Hello, Facebook. Hello, everyone, to all of my pages that are on right now. I know I have my Sand Hills Cooperation Association page, as well as my Prepare to Impact, my personal page, my YouTube channel. God bless each and every one of you all. There's some information I need to share with you as we are entering into the end of this year. And as I learn information, I will be sharing it with you in my Did You Know? Did you know? So there's some things that I need you to know. So go ahead, if you will, like and share. Go ahead and like and share this page, if you will. Not this page, but this live, because I need to get this information to as many people as I possibly can, especially those who are owing some traffic violation court fees, as well as some probation court fees as well. That those court fees can eat you up, and there's some information that I have learned. Not sure why I have not known this before, as it relates to court, but I do want this information to be shared with you all, and I need you to share it with as many people as you possibly can, because people are going to jail because of poverty. All right, they're going to jail because they don't have the money, they don't have the resources, they don't have the finances in order to pay these astronomical fees in the court system, as well as there's some of our elderly population that are losing their homes because they've not been able to pay their taxes. And then there's a lot of confusion over Heir property. So I do want to just take this time real briefly, y'all, real briefly, to go over some of the information that I have learned, and I want to share that with you all as well. So first of all, what we're going to talk about with the elderly. Let me pull this up real quick. With the elderly, if you are elderly or if you are disabled, there is a property tax exclusion and exemption that you may be able to qualify for if your income does not exceed over $33,800. Now, I want you to know the application deadline is June the 1st. So they'll start taking them around in January 1st up until June 1st, is whenever you need to file the paperwork so that you can be excluded or get your property taxes exempt. So I'm just going to show you what I have here. It's a form AV9 2023. Here's the application for 2023 property tax, but it will update whenever 2024 comes in. So you can find this in the Department of Revenue, North Carolina Department of Revenue, and there is a PDF file that comes up. Now they should also have this in the tax office as well. I know I've sent a few people up to in Montgomery County to get a property tax release form. Um, but you have to make sure that you're not making any more than $33,800 a year. So as you see, this is the application, and you don't even have to be in Montgomery County. You can be anywhere in North Carolina. This is for elderly, disabled exclusion, disabled veteran exclusion, and then a circuit breaker tax deferment program. So listen, y'all, it's a real simple form. All you have to do is just go through, fill this form out. Um, and once you fill this out, take it to your the tax department, the revenue department, drop it off there. They do ask you questions as it relates to your wages, dividends, interest, any Social Security benefits that you may have, because they do want to make sure that you're not making over $33,800. So this is the form that you need to fill out if you have property taxes. Make sure between January 1st, deadline June the 1st, make sure that it opens January 1st for 2024, but make sure you file by June 1st. And I think this is something that you have to do every year. Okay, so just because you did it last year doesn't mean you don't have to do it this year. So make sure that you go and have your loved one, your yeah, if they are elderly or if they are disabled, have them to go and fill this paperwork out. Application deadline is June the 1st. All right. So as you see, in this site, this is actually the Mecklenburg site. But like I said, it doesn't matter where you are. But here are the requirements. As you see, you have to have the deed or the title to the residence as of January the 1st. So it has to be in their name. An owner can apply for their primary residence only, so you cannot apply for multiple properties. You are a North Carolina resident and at least 65 or totally or permanently disabled. And there is some form that you have to fill out as it relates to that. All right. So let me show you this next part, which is for our younger generation here. And this part is for those who have traffic or criminal fines and fees. And this came from North Carolina Pro Bono Resource Center. So if you have someone that you know that's in jeopardy of losing their license, or they may have to serve time because they have not been able to pay the court fees for some reason or another. North Carolina has it where you can request relief from traffic and criminal fines and fees. All right, y'all. This is like, listen, this is right off of here. So I'm not making up nothing, y'all. I'm showing y'all right here. I know how hard, sometimes it's hard for people to believe other folk because it ain't coming out the right mouth. But listen here. It is right here before you. It's a request relief from traffic and criminal fines and fees. If you've been found guilty or responsible for a traffic violation and have unpaid traffic court fines and fees, you may have a suspension of your driver's license. So we need to prevent that, okay? Because we know you need to drive to go to work. We know you need to drive to do whatever needs to be done in order to sustain your life. So your license, it will stay suspended until you pay the court fines and fees or the court cancels them. And so if you cannot afford to pay those fines, you can ask the court to cancel them. So you would have to make a file a motion for relief from fines, fees, and other monetary obligations. All right. So listen, y'all, this is not legal advice. I'm just giving you legal information. This is straight from Pro Bono Resources. So this is the form that you use if you've been found guilty or responsible in a criminal or traffic case, and if you want to ask the court to waive or reduce fees or other debts in your case. All right, so you will use this form. Now it does say use these forms at your own risk, because I ain't no lawyer, y'all. I'm not a lawyer. Because you do not have a lawyer, it is your job to present your case. So but they do tell, show you how to. But this is the form. You list the county that you're filing the motion in. All right, you list the case number, you select district or superior. You can get all that information off of your ticket, or information from the paperwork that you have. Make sure you list your name, date of birth, and your contact information, that you are self-represented, because you are requesting relief from this. And then you have to fill out your ability to pay. So if you're not able to pay, then this is the information right here that will prove to the courts that you are not able to pay those court fees. So make sure you fill that out as truthful as you possibly can. But all this information is here, y'all. You can find it at North Carolina Pro Bono Resource Center if you need that information. Once again, you can find it at North Carolina Pro Bono Resource Center, and it has the form there that you're able to use. All right. Now, I have one last piece of information, okay? Because I know that whenever I was mayor in Troy, one of the things that I did was, because one of the initiatives was to go through and let's see how we could support the communities in a way that can help beautify and help aesthetically. And so what I did was I went through the properties and to see, I was able to see who owns what and so forth. Now, a lot of the properties that I came across that was dilapidated were properties that were caught up in heir property. All right, it was caught up in heir. Now, if you know anything about heir property, whenever someone passed away, the family, pretty much all of the family that is left, if brothers, sisters, whatever siblings, all of them have a right to that property. So, or it is left in a will as heir property. One thing about heir property, it is very difficult to get around certain things whenever property is caught up as heir property. And there's a lot of things that we really just don't understand, I'm sure, as a community. Whenever things occur, things happen, and now everybody got to come together and sign off, and everybody's signing papers and signing other folk names, forgery. Y'all know how that y'all be doing. But signing off and everything in order to get that property transferred to one individual. Well, we're going to learn about heir property. So, coming to Montgomery County is an heir property clinic. Okay, a heir property clinic that SCA is will be sponsoring or be hosting, excuse me. And this is from Legal Aid, Wells Fargo as well. And so Legal Aid of North Carolina invites you to a free information session addressing heir property. This is going to be on December the 9th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It will be located at the Innovative Action Center located in Troy, North Carolina. That's on North Main Street, across the street from Uwari Mercantile. It is called the IAC Center, Innovative Action Center. And at that there is where an heir property clinic will be going on. Now, during the presentation, they're going to be able to share with you what heir property is, how having it can affect your own property rights. Okay, and so it is important to know your rights when it comes to heir property. Y'all hear me? It's important to know your rights, because some folk out here living foul, and they would tell you one thing and it could be something totally different. So for you to know your rights, make sure you show up to this clinic on December the 9th, 11 o'clock a.m. to 1 p.m. You will be fed. They are providing food as well. But individual one-on-one appointments with an attorney, they are available. And this is free, y'all. It's free. So this is your opportunity to talk to an attorney regarding your property or properties that maybe you're wanting to leave to family members. Anybody can attend. Yes, Miss Crouch, anybody can come. So you are more than welcome to invite your family, friends, whoever to come out to the Innovative Action Center. Like I said, attorney one-on-one appointments are available, and they will be able to discuss with you property issues as well as estate planning needs. Like I said, there is a free lunch. It's located at Innovative Action Center. You can find this information at our Sand Hills Cooperation Association Facebook page. But you can also scan or click this QRC code, and it'll pull up to where you can schedule your one-on-one with legal aid while they're here in Montgomery County. It is sponsored once again by SCA Legal Aid and Wells Fargo. All right, y'all. So listen, I pray that you've learned something. If you have an elderly parent, or if you are over the age of 65 years old, you own property, you make below $33,800, there's a chance that your property can be exempt from taxes. Also, if you have if you have a court cost, and it can be criminal or it can be traffic court costs that you're not able to pay, please make sure to go and file for one of those waivers as I place here, and then the heir property. All right, I think that's it for now. So I love each and every one of you all. If you need us in any way, please don't hesitate to reach out. God bless you. Take care.